All right, third trip of the year. We have been here before. I'm not going to tell you where we're going this time because you're going to recognize it as soon as you see it. Let's get there. You know this place. We're in Las Vegas. We're at the Horseshoe, and we're going to get checked in, meet up with Jared Harris. Let's go play some 2-5. Now for a hand that shows off the difficulty of playing hands out of position. We're going to join this one on the flop because I got my camera running a little bit late, but the pre-flop action was essentially this. Limp, hijack open to 20, I call, and then the middle position limper makes the call as well. We go to the flop where we hit top pair on ace, 6, 10 with 2 clubs. We're going to check pretty much everything here as we are not favored on this board. We're multi-way. I'm not going to overplay this hand, and I shouldn't have many donk leads. I will have some check raises and check folds, but the top pair will be a check call planning to check the turn. I check it over to middle position, who limp pre-flop, and he now leads for $45. The hijack makes the call, and so I'm closing the action if I decide to call, and that's what I'm going to do with top pair. I'm not ready to just give up on this one yet. Let's see what the turn is. The turn is the ace of spades. I'm continuing with my plan to check the turn, but now we have intentions to check raise a bet. So, middle position slows down with a check. The original raiser in the hijack now bets $130. I'll tell you what I did here and why, but I'm curious how you would have handled this spot. So let me know in the comments below. I debate if I should be calling and planning to check to the hijack on the river with the plan to check raise there in order to allow him to continue with his bluffs. The problem is this is a draw-heavy board. There's a lot of cards that'll come down that are going to kill action, potentially if he has like a middling hand, some kind of middle value, and let's say he has like a pocket pair. Also, if he has draws, this is the spot to get the money in my opinion. So I like just putting in the raise here. I don't want to give him a complete board, perfect information, and a chance to draw out if he's drawing. Therefore, I think it's more effective to balance the value and the bluffs in my range by check raising here on a card that I would bet with boats, trips, and hands like king-queen with drawouts. But he does instantly fold. Seems like he probably had what I expected, but tell me if you would prefer to call and check the river. I don't know if I like that or not, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe there's a way that I could have played this different to get more value. I have $750 in my stack, and I pick up pocket fours in the small blind. Under the gun raises to $20, middle position calls, and I'm going to call as well. The big blind also calls. Check out this flop, ace 6-4 rainbow. Woo! Let's check this and get a bet from an ace, and then we can bump it up. I check, but it ends up checking through. The turn is an 8. I lead out for $35, and our under the gun opponent makes the call. The river is another 8, upgrading us to a boat. We're going to swing for the fences a little bit. We throw out a $100 bet, so we're going about 2/3. Our opponent tanks, then he tanks, then he tanks some more, but decides to fold. That's all right. We made a set. We got a little bit of money. Can't complain. Well, we made 3 of a kind with an ace in our hand. Then we made 3 of a kind with pocket fours. Time for a heat check with pocket nines. I open this hand up to $20 in the cutoff and get called with the button. The flop? Yep, we did it again. 9-7-4 with 2 clubs. I'm going to bet really small here, $15, trying to get called by club draws and get some floats from overcards. The button quickly folds, but the heater is on. Here's the situation. Yep, those are red aces. We're in the small blind. The under the gun player opens to $20 in this game of 2-5, which is great, but even better news is on the way from the button, who decides that he has found a prime spot to 3-bet, making a raise to $80. One moment while I compose myself and try to stop drooling. All right, we have $780, and the button covers us, so we have plenty of room to maneuver here. Since he's in position, and there's a good-sized pot pre-flop here, I'm just going to raise to $300, hope that he has a hand that can call. If he does, we can play for stacks. If not, we're going to pick up $100 without any variance, which is also a great result. The button makes the call. We're heading to a flop, which comes down ace, king, 10. Oh, baby! The only hand we're losing to is queen jack suited, and that shouldn't have made a call of a cold 4-bet pre-flop, so we know we have the best hand here. Now we just need to get the money in. Okay, so let's think about his range. We want to target kind of the weakest hands to try to get value out of them, such as the ace, queens, queens, and jacks of the world. we can try to get value with a bet of 225, so going really small, try to commit him to a turn jam. Any other hand that he hits should be piling. I throw out the 225, snap jam from our opponent, we instantly call. He turns up, pocket kings, a vicious cooler. He's got a lower set, but now we need our hand to hold. Let's watch this run out and make sure that case king doesn't show up. All right, the case king does not show up. We hold, ship it. All these chips are ours, and we are off to a great start on day one of our WSOP journey. Ace of hearts, 7 of hearts, $1,600 in our stack, and I raise this one up to $20 in the hijack. The cutoff and the big blind make the call.
Watch out, dudes. I've got a purple belt in poker, and I'm not afraid to use it.
The flop comes down 10 king 6. When you're running well, I'm pretty sure that you just grab a giant handful of chips and you put them into the middle, and you trust that they're going to come back no matter what happens by the time the hand is over. All right, in this spot, I decide to check being out of position so that I can see a turn card. I have a lot of equity, multiple opponents, and I can get blown off this hand if I lead and get raised. The cutoff bet's $25, and I throw in the call. The turn is the jack of clubs, adding a straight draw to our nut flush draw. I check again, but this time the opponent is going to give us a free card. That is always a mistake against a purple belt, my friend. The river is the queen of diamonds, and as expected, we have fallen backwards right into the nuts. I lead out for $65, targeting the possible two-pair combinations that might toss in a crying call. Our opponent finds the fold. I guess you can say we're not flush with cash from this hand, but these chips are going straight into our stack. After this hand, I'm getting hungry, so it's time to cash out the chips and make our way over to get some food. Well, we're off to a good start. We've played 2.5 hours of cards. We're up $1,400. Can't complain about that at all. Taking a break right now. I haven't really had much food today, so I got this from the Creperia in the Paris. We're going to eat that, and then we're going to go meet up with Jerry Harris. He's running deep right now in a tournament at the Wynn, and so we're going to go root him on. Hopefully he cashes big, gets a big score there, and not sure what the night holds after that. Here's our day tomorrow. It might be hard to read, but we are playing the $300 Gladiator event tomorrow. I would love to run deep. Would love to make a day two. Would love to cash this thing. So let's take it serious. Let's do it right. All right. Anyway, gonna have some dinner. Gonna go meet Jerry, and then we will reconvene soon. Time to recap the night real quick. Walked down to the Wynn. Saw Jerry. He's in the tournament, grinding, trying to get to day two, and he's really close. He's made it through 80% of the field, so putting the run good out there for him. Hopefully he can close it out. As for me, I am pooped. I haven't been sleeping well this week, and it's catching up to me. So I'm going to call it a night early. It was a short session today. Took a walk around, just enjoyed myself, kind of set into the night, did a couple of fun things, and now just going to relax. I will catch up with you in the morning. See you next time. What's up? Good morning. I've got GH Poker with me, and we're feeling good, man. We are in the zone. We are ready for a day of run good. We're gonna go play this $300, and we're gonna run it up, and we're gonna look good doing it.